We've been playing D&D for decades. Ever wish you just had more race options to choose from?
Oh, but there is, Ted. On D&D Beyond, we can discuss the top 10 homebrew D&D races.
I'm Nerdarchy Ted.
I'm Nerdarchy Dave. Welcome to Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds.
Now let us get into more folks of D&D.
All right, so let's get into the list. I'm going to pull it up over on my handy-dandy device here for D&D Beyond. We've got Minotaur, Centaur, Vampire, Shadarkai, Werewolf, Dhampir, Mousefolk, Gnoll, Succubus, Doppelganger. So apparently they really like to remake races over there, or maybe they did them before they actually came out. But we've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that are that you can just get out of the books right now.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool to see, these homebrew races, these homebrew options over on D&D Beyond. We sorted out by views, the ones that people are most interested in, just looking at that, at that name. And it's definitely a lot of fun. But if you're looking to find more information on, the homebrew race options, we got an article, and there's going to be a link down in the description. There's probably a card up here.
Yes, there will be a card up there. Absolutely. That you can click on.
But if you're looking to support the channel in another way, you can always head over to patreon.com to keep those articles flowing and these videos like this are rolling.
It's not the only thing you get. You also will receive 5e content for DMs and players alike every month. And what kind of content, you may ask, is that going to be? You're going to get magic items, feats, spells, races, subclasses, drop-in encounters, maps from our own games. It could be any kind of combination of different things that you can use right in your D&D game. And what you can do is you can find a link down in the description, as well as one of these cards with a free sampler that you can kind of get a download and get a feel for the kind of stuff we're giving out.
So as always with these top 10 videos, we like to pick one that, stands out to us out of these top 10. And it could be for whatever reason. And for this one, because we did a recent, chat over on the Nerdarchy live channel and somebody called out Redwall, Mousefolk absolutely was, standing out to me. So the Mousefolk have a deep love of art, literature, song, and craft, and will often spend a lifetime practicing their trade. True masterworks are rarely seen by the outside world. Instead, they are preserved and passed through the generations. To be a keeper of lore and heritage is among the highest honors and greatest responsibilities to the Mousefolk culture. The Mousefolk who do not end up learning a trade will often put their skills to use pursuing esoteric knowledge, training as defenders, spiritual leaders, rangers, covert agents, or might even travel the world as an adventurer for hire. Virtuous and headstrong, despite their generally flighty appearance, Mousefolk are a very honorable people. They believe strongly in personal honor, less so in the idea of the actions of others can impinge that honor. When a Mousefolk makes a mistake, especially one that causes harm to others, they will work hard and at long lengths to correct that mistake.
So we got Mousefolk names. When a Mousefolk is old enough to read, they are taken by an elder to the clan's archives to study the lore and histories of their people. After several years, the individual is allowed to pick their own name, either adopting the name of a past hero or inventing a new name themselves. They list a bunch of male and female names.
A Mousefolk reaches adulthood at the age of 5 and lives to be about 40 years old. Most Mousefolk are neutral and tend towards good. They try to keep conflicts of other races at arm's length, but display remarkable ferocity when their friends, family, or communities are threatened. A reverence for nature and life is close to the heart of Mousefolk, and they are loath to take a life if it can be avoided. They prefer to live a quiet, unassuming lives, giving honest work for honest pay, and the Mousefolk grow between 2 to 2.5 feet tall and weigh about 25 pounds. Their size is small.
Mousefolk traits. We've got ability score increase, dexterity score increases by 2.
Keen senses, you have proficiency in the perception skill.
Mousefolk weapon training, you have proficiency with rapier, short sword, short bow, and hand axe.
Nimble dodge, when attacked by an attack of opportunity, you may use your reaction to impose disadvantage on that attack.
Languages, you speak, read, and write common and speak. Mousefolk place great value on the written accounts of their legends and histories and encourage everyone to keep journals and records of their deeds. Almost all Mousefolk speak common to converse with peoples whose lands they dwell or through which they are traveling.
So the Mousefolk have several different sub-races. We have Meadowguard Mousefolk. Is the first one. As a Meadowguard Mousefolk, you make your living in the wilds. You have keen senses, deep intuition, and a connection with nature that few other races can boast. The Meadowguard can stand staunchly at the edge of civilization, knowing that their eyes are the first alarm and their body and blade are the last bulwark of countless others. They have an unwavering sense of duty and a lifetime experience which keeps them sharp against the dangers of the world. With an elder's blessing, some Meadowguard leave the service of their clans to travel the world and record their journeys. Increase your wisdom by 1. Brave, you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened, and speak with small beasts. Through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller beasts.
Next up, we have the sub-race of Softpaw Mousefolk. As a Softpaw Mousefolk, you avoid the dangers of the untamed wilds for the security of civilization. Your bookish nature gives you an edge in the arcane studies and an knack for trade skills and craft. The mark of the Softpaw is a seal of the utmost quality. A Softpaw's natural dexterity and keen intellect make them desirable contract thieves and infiltrators. Their ability score increase is intelligence by 1, artistry. You gain proficiency with 1 type of artisan tools or 1 musical instrument. The only other thing I think we should note is GM Corsair is the creator of the Mousefolk on D&D Beyond.
I love this. There's nothing that I would be worried in any way, shape, or form. Everything seems, fairly balanced. You're getting some weapon training, which is kind of cool. I like to see, that in races to allow for more race class combinations.
Yeah, nothing here is game breaking. They're all mostly abilities we've seen in the past. With the exception of nimble dodge, but also not great game breaking. It's limited by your number of reactions you can take,
and calls out for specifically attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
So that's even rarer that kind of thing comes up.
All in all, this is a really good race. DM Corsair did a great job with this one. No questions asked, no tweaks, no nothing. I would just play it in my game. Doesn't feel overpowered, doesn't feel underpowered, feels just right.
I feel that
Goldilocks would love and approve of this race.
And especially with the Wild Beyond the Witchlight just coming out, I think this would fit very well into a Fey-based game, with it being an animal folk. I think now is the perfect time to kind of highlight and showcase this kind of stuff off.
Question is, would you allow it in your game? Do you have Mousefolk in your world? Let us know down in the comments below. Tell us about it and share with the Nerdarchy community.
While you're down there, don't forget to do all those fun things like share, subscribe, even go ahead and click on that notification bell so you don't miss a single video.
Quick reminder, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we drop new videos here on the channel. But hey, you can't wait till then. No worries, we got you covered. Check out the top 10 homebrew psionic spells for 5e D&D.
So until next time,
stay nerdy.